Though Omicron is fast spreading, trends as of right now show that it is causing milder illness as compared with previous versions of the coronavirus. Because of this, many of us are also not taking it seriously. Some of us may also have the view of why prevent it now if everyone will get exposed sooner or later anyways. Here's why you should still avoid catching the Omicron variant. First up, you can still become really sick. Do not underestimate Omicron to be equivalent to a common cold. Research indicates that the Omicron variant will likely lead to asymptomatic cases of COVID-19. If you are symptomatic, you might be experiencing mild symptoms, including sore throat or a runny nose, but without the breathing difficulties and requirements of oxygen, like we saw in Wave 2. Doesn't sound so bad, right? But here's the catch. The rapid spread of Omicron in multiple countries means that more people will experience severe disease. Data from Italy and Germany shows that those who are not vaccinated are significantly more vulnerable for hospitalization, intensive care, as well as death. The second reason to avoid catching Omicron is that you could get others sick. Though you might be fully vaccinated, mildly ill, or even asymptomatic, you could pass the virus to someone who is at risk for critical illness. This is the case even if you have antibodies from a prior infection or from vaccinations. You should also avoid getting Omicron because the Omicron variant's long-term effects are not known yet. The infections associated with prior cases of the coronavirus, ranging from mild cases to more severe cases, which got better after vaccination, sometimes causes what is referred to as the long-haul COVID syndrome. This is the fatigue and the extreme exhaustion that was felt even after the person recovered from COVID-19. Experts state that there is no data yet on what proportion of those with Omicron end up with this long-haul COVID-19. Experts also add that for those people who underestimate Omicron as mild or as a common cold are putting themselves at risk of a disease that can last for months or even years. What's also not clear is whether the Omicron variant has any internal effects within your body, particularly your immune system, including change to insulin-producing cells, self-attacking antibodies, and or even impairments in sperm for men. Yet another reason why you should avoid catching Omicron is that medications are currently in short supply. 2 of the 3 antibody drugs that were used in the past coronavirus waves are ineffective against Omicron. The third drug, sotrovimab, made by GlaxoSmithKline, is in limited supply, as is oral antiviral treatment Paxlovid made by Pfizer. Both of these appear effective against the Omicron variant, but the problem is if you get sick, you may not be able to get access to these medications when you need them the most. And speaking of getting sick, the good news is that, according to experts, Omicron will not do too much damage to people who have been vaccinated and also who have received the booster shot. But with that being said, the less infections, the better, especially at this time when hospitals are stressed and the peak of the Omicron wave is still to come. Think about this. If India has a record number of infected cases, hospitals may not be able to deal with other emergencies. During other waves, hospitals all over the world were unable to give proper care and attention to emergencies, including cancer treatments and heart attacks. Last but not least, you should avoid catching Omicron because more infections equals new variants. Omicron is the 5th highly significant variant of the coronavirus, and it is yet to be determined if the ability of the coronavirus to mutate will slow down. High infection rates, Delhi at 29% positivity and Mumbai at 22% as of Jan 13th, also gives the virus the ability to mutate. Why is this bad? Because there's no chance that a mutant of the coronavirus will be as benign as what Omicron is showing to be. We're beginning to see, hopefully, the end of the virus and the pandemic, so this is not the time to take things for granted. You could be fine, but if you do infect others, we all suffer. Remember, we're in the fight against coronavirus together, and it will only go away if we all work together to overcome it. This means keep following COVID-19 safety protocols, including masking up, washing your hands thoroughly and frequently, and also practicing social distancing. Please share this video with people that need to see it. Keep watching News 9. Until next time, this is Priyanka signing off. Namaste.